worth it. The truth is, every moment in life is precious, and we only have 24 hours each day to live. Time passes and never comes back, and every decision we make about how we use it impacts every aspect of our lives. If you're constantly worried about other people's lives, if you're always anxious about the problems of those around you, then you're missing the chance to grow as a person. You're wasting the most valuable asset you possess, time. Marcus Aurelius, one of the great Stoic philosophers, once said, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." This means that you can only control what's within you, not the world around you. So why worry about things beyond your control when you can start building a better life from within? Today I want to invite you to explore with me 6 Stoic principles that will help you focus on yourself and stop wasting your time. Before we begin, leave a comment with the phrase, "I focus on myself and stop wasting my time," and get ready to change the way you see life. Principle number 1, the dangers of comparison. There is an undeniable truth. We are constantly bombarded with images of success, beauty, and achievements designed to spark comparisons. The danger of this constant comparison is immense, as it distracts us from life's true purpose, focusing on our own growth and progress. As Marcus Aurelius wisely said, "Waste no more time arguing about what a good man should be. Be one." This quote invites us to look inward rather than outward, measuring our progress based on our personal potential rather than the fleeting standards of others. The time we spend comparing ourselves to others is time lost for our own growth. When reflecting on your life, consider the immense value of time and the importance of using it wisely. Time is the most precious resource we have. It is limited, and once it's gone, it never returns. The constant ticking of the clock shouldn't be overlooked, as each moment holds potential for personal growth, reflection, and progress. However, we don't just waste time physically, we also waste it mentally by comparing our lives to others. When we do this, we deprive ourselves of the opportunity to truly invest in our own potential. Each time we divert our attention to someone else's life, we momentarily stray from our own path. In those moments, we are not living for ourselves but for the expectations or accomplishments defined by others. This is the subtle yet dangerous trap of comparison, a thief of both time and energy. Investing in your own growth, however, is something entirely different. It's not about external symbols of success like money, status, or recognition, but about committing to becoming the best version of yourself. This is a journey only you can undertake. Unlike the fleeting and often distorted images we see on social media, true growth arises from continuous improvement and self-awareness. It's easy to get lost in the noise of external comparisons, but only when we silence that noise and listen to our inner voice can we truly move forward. Self-awareness is the first step in this process. Understanding yourself is the key to unlocking growth. Without self-awareness, any effort to improve will be misdirected, as you'll be acting without knowing where you stand. How can you move forward if you don't know your starting point? Without fully understanding your strengths and weaknesses, it will be difficult to face challenges. The Stoic philosophers taught that self-knowledge is fundamental to living an ethical and fulfilling life. Epictetus, another great Stoic philosopher, reminded us, "First, know who you are, and then adorn yourself accordingly." Once you achieve self-awareness, the next step is setting clear, attainable goals. These goals should be realistic, achievable, and aligned with your potential. The journey of personal improvement isn't about trying to achieve everything at once, but about progressing steadily, step by step. For instance, Oprah Winfrey's story is a clear example of this. When Oprah began her television career in the 1980s, she wasn't a prominent figure in the industry. In fact, she faced many challenges, rejections, and disdain from others in the field. However, instead of comparing herself to her peers or other TV shows, Oprah chose to focus on her uniqueness and create a distinctive style. She continuously invested in improving her communication skills, connecting with her audience, and building a show that not only entertained, but also offered profound spiritual value to viewers. With dedication and vision, Oprah transformed The Oprah Winfrey Show into one of the most successful TV programs in history, changing the way talk shows were produced worldwide. Her journey is a clear example of staying focused on yourself and not allowing comparisons with others to derail your path. When setting goals, whether in work or life, remember that every small victory builds confidence and provides motivation to keep moving forward. Over time, these small, accumulated successes will create steady progress. In fact, every time you achieve something, no matter how small, you not only prove to yourself that progress is possible, but also reinforce your confidence in your abilities. This is the power of self-confidence and independence. As you continue focusing on your own development, you will gradually lose the need to compare yourself to others. However, the dangers of comparison not only distract us from our goals, but also lead to feelings of insecurity and low self-esteem. By choosing to focus on your own path, you reclaim control over your emotions and self-worth. You no longer need validation from others because your confidence comes from within. The true reward isn't surpassing others, but becoming the best version of yourself. So, I ask you, how much time have you wasted today looking at others' achievements or progress? How many moments have you spent wishing for something different in life? Marcus Aurelius taught us that the key to living a fulfilling life isn't chasing others' temporary ideals, but developing our own character. It's time to stop comparing yourself, to stop wasting precious moments, and to focus on the most important project, yourself. Principle number 2, embracing progress over perfection. It's easy to fall into the trap of striving for a perfect version of ourselves or our work. This pursuit not only creates invisible pressure but also hinders our progress. Stoic philosophy, championed by figures like Marcus Aurelius, emphasizes that progress, not perfection, is the key to inner peace and long-term success. When we understand that life is a continuous journey filled with imperfections, we find strength in gradual advancement, rather than being stuck chasing unattainable perfection. The first step toward progress is addressing negativity, both external and internal. Our personal or professional environments may be filled with negativity, from dissatisfied colleagues to unresolved issues. However, instead of allowing these factors to dictate our thoughts and emotions, we can learn to detach our minds from negativity. For example, if a meeting leaves you feeling stressed or criticized, instead of getting angry or insecure, try to remain silent and focus on the positive aspects. This silence isn't a sign of weakness, but an indication of inner strength. When you don't react to negativity, you gain control over your emotions and protect your self-esteem. We also face internal negativity, those self-critical thoughts that act as significant obstacles to progress. Thoughts like, "I'm not good enough," or "I can't do this," are invisible barriers that hold us back from trying new things. To move forward instead of chasing perfection, it's crucial to recognize and challenge these negative thoughts, replacing them with more constructive ones. For instance, when you feel incapable of